Honorable Anthony Fofana, Deputy Minister for Education, Ministry of Education, for Administration, to do our welcome remarks.
Good afternoon. This is going to be really short. Let me say thank you to everybody for coming. Welcome. Let me say a special thank you to UNICEF, our partner. UNICEF has partnered with us on many different programs in many different ways. And we look forward to continuing to partner with UNICEF into the future for the benefit of the sector, for the benefit of Liberia's children, and for support to our effort to train the next generation of teachers that will be in our classroom. So welcome. Thank you for coming.
At this time, we will call on country rep of UNICEF, Andy Brooks, to give us the purpose of this occasion.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's not good for the UNICEF rep to talk more than the minister. So now he's really given me a challenge of that one. But Minister Fofana, Minister Jala in our absence, all the other senior management of this ministry, thank you so much for everything you're doing for the children's education in Liberia. And for all of you present. I think you're from the Teacher Training Institutes, is it correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you're also so important. Let me share something with you that maybe the minister never shared. I was with her at a meeting of all of the ambassadors, where she had the opportunity to present the sector and all of the challenges, all of the plans. And at some point, one of the ambassadors said to her, okay, but it's a lot of things and it's a lot of money. What if you can't do all those things and you don't get all the money you need to do them? What would be your kind of top priority? And she said teacher training. That would be the top thing, the teacher training. Because without the teachers, without the trained teachers, getting kids into the classroom is, has a limited value. So already the challenges for the sector are so big. Half of the kids are out of school. Did you know that? It's one of the highest. I ask if you know that because as I've traveled around the counties, speaking to some of the, county education officers, and I asked that question, do you know what is the out of school rate in your county? Some of them they don't know. But when you add it all up in the country, it's up to 50%. And it's very high. So the role that you're playing is very, very important, and we're proud to be alongside you and supporting you in that way. This partnership we have on foundational learning, in particular, is very, very critical. And this is a positive. How can I say? I passed the motorbikes on the way down, coming up the stairs. And then the team explained to me what is the motorbike for. So consider the motorbikes, and this is the first batch, 30. This one is for 30, there's another 30 coming. I hope I got that right, Razvan. There's another 30 coming. Consider it as a manifestation of our push to get you closer to the teachers in the school, Because the teachers in the school need a lot of support. From what I've been told, some of the teachers have very limited materials, teacher training materials. Maybe they've been trained by you guys in the institutes, but then when they go out, they find themselves often in a difficult situation in terms of the materials. I've visited the schools with the minister and with the deputy minister. We've been together to some of the schools in Grand Jetty. So don't think for a moment we don't know what the schools look like. And some of that is a very difficult condition for a teacher to be teaching in, or for a child to be learning in. So imagine a difficult learning environment because there's insufficient chairs, or the desks are not there, or the blackboard, there's no chalk, the latrines are really smelling very bad, some of them coming straight into the classroom. Imagine all of that. And then a teacher who's poorly equipped and prepared to even teach the kids. It's a lot of challenges. So your role, I think, is very fundamental. You know, and if we can help UNICEF as part of that partnership to get you closer to the teachers to support them, I think there's a cluster system where you would go, you know, would have clusters of schools to support the teachers. We're happy to do that because we believe in that and it's worthwhile. And we want to get kids into school, but not to count how many kids are in and out of school, but to get kids into school so they learn something, you know? Currently, the adult rates of literacy and numeracy in the country, the adult rates of adults who've actually spent any time in their childhood going to school is the worst in the world in Liberia. The over 25 population has spent less time in school in Liberia than anywhere else in the world. And so it's causing a big problem on the job market, employability, and all of that. So instead of just, this is always my pitch, you know, as the UNICEF rep, instead of just trying to fix jobs for people, find something for adults to do, tackle the thing at the source and give children an education, give them a chance in life so that when they get to that age in another 15, 20, 10 years, you're actually equipping them with something. Yeah, I think there's other aspects like the digital innovations. There's a particular problem I could see even in the room, and as men we have to take this into account. There's less women in the room than men. I hope the teacher trainers are not reflecting the disproportion between women and men when it comes to teachers. Only 19% of teachers are female. Only 19. And 50% of the schools, half of the schools, they don't have any female teachers at all. So even as men, we recognize this is a problem, you know? Something very positive alongside is the, what do they call minister? The guidance and counseling teachers. When I talk to girls in schools, I ask, who do you talk to if you have a problem, you know? This issue of harassment of girls is very well known. Who do you talk to? And they're talking about these guidance and counseling teachers. And many of them are female. But then the teachers themselves there needs to be a better balance. So I'm sure you're keeping your eye on that issue. Yeah, I think those are the main points. We look forward to will there be a handover ceremony or something like this? Yeah. We'll go downstairs later. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you for the awesome vision. It was very good that you have to share that with us. At this time, we call on the Assistant Minister for Teacher Education, Honorable Clifford Olajina, for the remarks.
Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Anthony Yeket Fofana, Deputy Minister for Education, UNICEF Liberia Country Rep, Mr. Andy Brooks, all assistant ministers here present, the directors from the Rural Teacher Training Institutions all represented, along with the business manager, the director for the Division of Teacher Education here present, other colleagues from the Ministry of Education, the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today, in the history of Liberia, marks a victorious movement, especially when it comes to the issue that have to do with the teacher training institution. So, for and on behalf of the Minister of Education, Dr. Chasu Manijara, who would love to be here because she had an urgent call. She has to respond to that. I want to say a special thanks to the UNICEF family. We started this negotiation for some period now. Today, the RTTI is now being strengthened in the area of logistics, because we observe that whenever we train our teacher, they then let alone, especially when it comes to monitoring and evaluation of our teacher performances in the classroom. Because that's one of the roles and responsibility of our master student. After the teachers have been trained and assigned to the various schools, they have to go back to assist it. So the issue of logistical support is not just solved by 100%, at least we have reached to 40%. And like Mr. Brooks said, additional 30 motorbikes still on the way to come. And when that 30 motorbike comes, we are hoping that will be supported with some vehicles as well, so that all directors can benefit from it, because the issue of logistics has been a serious challenge as far as the road teacher training institution is concerned. And as head of the teacher training institution in Liberia, we can assure the University of Liberia family that the purpose of which these bags are donated to us will be utilized. These bags are not for students going for vacation or students going to places that are outside of their training area. Those bags will be packed, and students will only sign for it whenever you are going in the field for cluster visitation or for monitoring and evaluation. These bags are not for pleasure making. So we can show you that the bag will be well saved, protected as far as our offices are concerned. So again, for and on behalf of the Bureau of Teacher Education, we want to say a special thanks to Charles and that of Erasmus. We've been having this discussion, and Mr. Brooks, having Charles and Erasmus, it was never a mistake that UNICEF brought them on board. We have had a very fantastic working relationship with them in terms of supporting the RTTI, Erasmus coming every day, Charles reach out to us. I mean, we are working together, ensuring that together we can bring a quality education to the people of Liberia. So I want to say thank you so much for your support, and my office and the offices of the teacher education, that of the RTTI, really open to working with you, ensuring that we bring quality education to Liberia. So don't hesitate to reach to us whenever you need any clarity, any problem that you think together we can solve to bring sanity to our school system. We are 100% open to working with you, and thank you so much to our TTI directors. Now you have seen what we've been discussing. So now the challenge is now yours to ensure that these bags are well protected. And I know that you have a concern in terms of the management of it. I have the gas and the rest of it. The minister and myself, we discussed it a few days ago, and we will do everything to reach out to Ministry of Finance and Development Planning and that of the legislature to ensure that there will be a little step up in your budget as far as the management of these bags are concerned. So you are never left alone. We are with you in this process, and for the time we are here for, we will make sure we do our best so that our students, our teachers will have quality education. So thank you all so much. The DMG spoke for 5 minutes, and I can't see. No, that's all. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we want to welcome the Deputy Minister of Education for Instruction, Honorable Amos Amafore of Education for Instruction, Honorable Amos Amafore. We now welcome you to the podium to give us a brief remark.
I want to join the DMA, the Assistant Minister for Teacher Education, to say thank you to the family of UNICEF for what you have done for us. It tells us that you are still in support of this government. You are still in support of teacher education, headed by Dr. Manager, And we want to promise you that we are going to work along with you. For those of us that in instruction, especially for our directors, the TTI, this is what you have done today. We came a long way. And UNICEF, as I've always told people, this is not the first time. Even when I said I CEO, DO, principal for schools in this country, UNICEF have always been there for us. So it's not strange. I can remember a lot of programs UNICEF worked to, especially for female, where they were sponsoring female in 4 or 5 countries. The country that I serve, I CEO, there were 600 students. UNICEF was sponsoring these students, and they went for very long. So this is not strange. Again, I want to say on behalf of the Department of Instruction, thank you so much for what you have done, and we continue the partnership until otherwise. Thank you. God bless us.
On the representation of the RTTI's directors to please come forward and just give a brief remark around that will be going for our
Let me take this time to, on behalf of the 3 Rural Teacher Training Institutes, the Webo Teacher Training Institute, the Kabaka Rural Teacher Training Institute, and the Zozo Rural Teacher Training Institute, to extend special thanks to the UNICEF team for this donation. We are the happiest on earth today. This process actually started. The entire discussion started sometime in 2021. When we started the teacher support, the whole process actually seemed that impossible. But today, the reality has unfolded. We appreciate you. And to just join our bosses here, the deputy ministers, our assistant minister, who is the direct head of the Teacher Training Institutes, that these bikes, these motorbikes, will be used for the purpose they are intended for. When it comes to maintenance, we will also liaise with the Bureau of Teacher Education so that it will be fully maintained. And teacher support is very crucial. The support that we have started with the Rural Teacher Training Institute will go a long way. When you look at the structure of the Rural Teacher Training Institutes, they are regionally located. Kakata has its own counties dealing with, Webo has its own counties, and there's also has counties dealing with. So the support that comes from these 3 institutes will go a long way in building the educational system of this country. So we want to thank the head of UNICEF for the assurance given to the TTIs that the support will continue beyond the 30 motorbikes that we are getting today. We appreciate you and will forever be grateful for the generosity. We also thank the Minister of Education for the support she has shown to us. It is through her support that we are here today. We highly appreciate. My colleagues are here, and we say thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we will take the first round of photo, and we'll get down, we'll do the second round. The reason is that some people don't like asphalt. So we'll get to the first batch of photo, and we'll go outside for the presentation. So we'll ask the minister, Mr. Fofana, you and your team to lead the platform for the first round of photo. We'll just take 3, then we'll go downstairs where we'll do a group photo for everybody after the presentation. Okay, so right now we'll ask UNICEF rep to do an official presentation to the Minister of Education. Representing the Minister of Education is the Deputy Minister of Education for Administration, Honorable Fofana. He now will be in the place of the Minister receiving the key of the motorbike. Annie will do the official takeover of the minister through. At this time, we are live all over the world.
When you take, you put your hand down, please.
Please, tell the minister,
When you take, you put your hand down, please.
very good.
When you take, you put your hand down.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So at this time, I ask if the minister wants to say anything.
Again, let me say thank you to the UNICEF family for this donation. As I said earlier, we have been working with UNICEF for a while. UNICEF has been ardent supporter of education, like this education ministry. Like the country director said, this is just the first, second set of 30 motorbikes coming to strengthen our RTTIs. The intent is to make sure there's continuous monitoring and assessment of the graduates that are put out to make sure they're truly representing the kind of training that they receive. So Andy, thank you. Please extend our profound gratitude to UNICEF, the UNICEF family. And like the heads of the TTI said, we want to assure you that e-bikes will be used solely for the purpose intended. With that said, I would now like to invite a representative of the TTI to make communication. The representation of the TTI and the head of the Rural Teacher Training Institute, their boss, the Assistant Minister
Go to the back.
on behalf of UNICEF and the Minister of Education, who is attending another program now, to hand this key over to you as a symbolic presentation of the 30 motorbikes for use by the TTIs. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen of the press, we are justified this afternoon for the intervention made by UNICEF Liberian office donating these 30 motorbikes for the operations of the rural teacher training institutions. And like we said in our opening statement, this bag will be used for the intended purposes for which the donation is all about. And we continue to reaffirm to the administration of MOE headed by Dr. Jara that we show that we bring quality education to the people of Liberia through teacher upgrading and capacity building. So like the DMA said, there's a symbolic tradition. So as representation of the three directors of the three rural teacher training institutions, I will present this key to you. This key is one in my hand, but it's 30 extension, right? And as you receive these keys of the 30 new brand Yamaha bike, please ensure that these bikes are well protected and the purpose for which these bikes were donated to you and used for the intended purpose. So on behalf of the two divisions of the Bureau of Teacher Education and in my own capacity as the Assistant Minister for Teacher Education, hand this key over to you officially that your bikes have been delivered. So you go and utilize it properly. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for this symbolic presentation. We highly appreciate the UNICEF team. Where's Charles? Charles, we appreciate the persistence. Since we started, he has never given up. Erasmus, we highly appreciate the persistence. And as our minister has said, again to assure you that these bikes will be used for the purpose they are given for. And they will be used to strengthen our supervision and monitoring at the Rural Teacher Training Institute. So on behalf of my colleagues, please come forward. A.B. Kakula, Kwatu Kakula is Director of RTTI, Antonio Zeze, Director of the Webo Rural Teacher Training Institute. We accept this symbolic key representing the three motorbikes that have been donated to us. Again, rest assured that they will be used for the purpose that they are given from. Thank you so much. We highly appreciate you. And the ministry will not let you down. We try our best to use this motorbike for the work that's required of us. Again, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. At this time, we will call on our brother from the EDU, Dr. Morba, for the vote of thanks. To tell people thank you for what you've done for us. Doc, you're welcome. Vote of thanks.
Well, on behalf of the Ministry of Education family, especially our dynamic and energetic Minister, Dr. Jala, and not forgetting our own DMA, DMI, and all the other assistant ministers, we want to take this time again, our DMA said, Minister, thank you very much for coming to help us at the TTI. It is not strange, we know what you are doing for us, and just a continuation. My advice to the TTIs in a public manner would be, as the minister says, please use the bikes for the intended purpose. That's it. This is no joke, we mean business, and quality education to people. Thank you again, and God bless you.
Thank you, thank you. So, can we now take a photo? What about on behalf? Or just take a photo, right? Okay. So, let's take a general photo. Just one. One of you.
I'm not looking for the team.
So, let's take this one.
Hey.
Thank you.